Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear brothers and sisters, Allah the Almighty created us with the best of the molds. And Allah the Almighty says in the Noble Quran, in Surah Teen, خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. He has created the human beings in the best of the molds. And it becomes obligatory for us to realize the greatness that Allah the Almighty has blessed us with. In addition to our own responsibilities, we also have to realize and recognize our duties towards our Creator. Just like any manufacturer would create a product. And in order for the manufacturer to term a particular product to be the best among others, the manufacturer subjects the products for something called quality tests. Such products which pass the quality tests are considered as superior. This is just as the normal worldly rule, which is called a thumb rule, that anything that is best has to deliver best. It's only then it's called as the best. Definitely Allah the Almighty has warned us also not to take pride in our hearts when we walk on earth. As Allah the Almighty says in the Noble Quran, وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرْحًا إِنَّكَ لَن تَخْرِقَ الْأَرْضَ وَلَن تَبْلُغَ الْجِبَالَ طُولًا. Do not walk so exaltedly on earth. You can neither tear apart the earth nor are you as tall as the mountains. So Allah the Almighty shows us our status, where we stand. And in spite of telling us that He has created us of the best molds, He also instructs us to be humble. And we as Muslims learn from the biography of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, that we have to humble ourselves among other creations. And we should not carry pride in our heart even to extent of a mustard seed. So how do we keep our honor, and how we pass this quality test becomes a very important factor for us. Therefore, we as human beings, we are in search of a constant guidance, and the best of the guidance that you could ever get is the Noble Quran. As Allah the Almighty says that this noble book, the Noble Quran, is revealed to us, is sent to us through the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, as a guidance for mankind. As Allah the Almighty says, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. So this Noble Quran is not just a guidance, but it is a true proof of the guidance for mankind. Guidance can be of anything. For example, someone shows you direction that you want to pass through a particular road to reach a particular destination. Someone could tell you, please go this side, on the right hand side, for example. But what happens with the proof of the guidance is that they show you the sign. Someone, if you have to guide someone to walk towards a particular monument, and that particular person shows you the monument in spite of telling you that this is the direction that you need to go to reach that monument, and you can see that monument there. So this becomes a sign for the guidance. So this Noble Quran is not just a guidance for mankind, but also a clear proof of the guidance for mankind. My dear brothers and sisters, I would like to remind you all to connect to Allah the Almighty as much as possible, making the best use of this time when we keep ourselves at home, when we keep ourselves connected to our families, when we keep ourselves away from all the disturbances that we have. Today we all are working from homes. There is no doubt that when we work from homes, there is a lot of benefit. Just try to analyze yourselves, my dear brothers and sisters. When we work from homes, we are not traveling. We do not have to really start our cars, drive on a busy traffic, reach the offices, find a parking there, put the car, take the lift and go to your workspace. So straight away, the moment you switch on the computer, you are there in the office, as good as that. Try to take the best out of your valuable time and try to dedicate regular time for reading the Noble Quran, so that you get yourself connected to Allah's speech, Allah's command, and you will be one among those whom Allah the Almighty would love and elevate your status. My dear brothers and sisters, who would not like to be successful in our lives? I want to be successful in my life. We want to be successful in our lives. There's no doubt that each and every one of you there would like to be successful in our lives. But success doesn't just come for those people who sit back and think that I need to be successful and do nothing. We need to surely work hard. And above all, when we say that we need to work hard, we need to be working in the right way. We need to be working for the right things in our life. That's more important. Today we know where all the achievements are standing. We all know where the human race has reached with all the achievements that we have across us. It becomes very important for us that we do not break the law of Allah the Almighty. And we should always remember that all we need to go back to Allah is simplicity, is honesty, is sincerity, is commitment, and above all, submission. The one who submits himself to Allah the Almighty on a priority as compared to what he does for the rest of the world is the one who will really be successful, not only in this world but in the Akhirah. As we always ask Allah the Almighty to give us good in this world and in the world hereafter, as we ask dua to Allah the Almighty, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. It becomes very important for us that we work in this world, we make this world a platform for us, for our success, not only here but in the hereafter. So with this, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to conclude that make the best of the time that you have to connect to Allah the Almighty and pick up a copy of the Noble Quran in a language that you understand. As most of us are English speaking, take out a translation of the Noble Quran. Try to read the ayat in the Arabic language in your own capacities and try to understand the tafsir of it, the translations part. Try to comprehend when the ayah was revealed and in what situation of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, whether during his time or of the times before to him, during the times of the previous prophets, peace and blessings be upon all of them, and what wisdom is that particular ayah conveying to us to match our current times. This Noble Quran is direct speech from Allah the Almighty. It's a solution for our problems. Allah the Almighty says, "Sanurihim ayatina fil afaki wa fi anfusihim hatta yatabayyana lahu annahu al-haqq awalam yakfi bi rabbika ala kulli shay'in shahid." Soon we shall show you signs in the horizons and within yourselves, so that it becomes manifest clear that this is the truth. Is it not enough that your Lord is a witness over all the things? A believer who submits himself to the command of Allah the Almighty and works in accordance to the command of Allah is the one who's going to be successful in this world and in the world hereafter. My dear brothers and sisters, please remember to live and lead a life that matches the lifestyle of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him. With this, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to remind you all to reconnect and re-establish your relation with Noble Quran. Try to comprehend and understand the Noble Quran and try to put it into practice, thereby reverting back to Allah the Almighty, returning back to Allah the Almighty, so that in the coming days we have a comfortable life ahead of us. Jazakumullah khairan wa barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.